Hi and welcome to day 343, I think, of doing pull-ups every day until I beat the pull-up world record. Today I think I did almost 1,700 pull-ups in 4 hours and 10 minutes, 4 hours and 15 minutes, I don't remember the exact numbers. Today I was supposed to go for the Goggins world record, and I woke up, I didn't really feel like it, but I didn't really not feel like it. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go. 2 hours into the day, I'd only eaten half a pizza, a pepperoni pizza. That's like 500 calories and just a bit of carbs. I took a little something with me downstairs, but it only lasted for about 2 hours. And I was the fastest I ever was today. So basically, to beat the Goggins world record, I'd still have to do like 2,300 more, 2,300 and something, and I did 1,700 in 4 hours and 10 minutes. So it's not that I couldn't do it, it's that I don't fucking feel like it. Oh, but stay hard. Stay hard. I'm sorry, but I'm not that motivated to beat a record I know I can beat. Because it's not a competition, you know? What kind of competition is that? It's like Homelander fucking fighting Butcher without the V, when Homelander had the V. Like, what the fuck? Why am I gonna kill this guy? What the fuck's the point? I know I can, so what the hell? So that's kind of my view on it. I've just took a shower, and now I'm gonna eat some food. It's been a little over 5 hours since I started, so theoretically, I still have 12 hours until the 17 hours and 60 minutes that took Goggins. And realistically, out of these 12 hours, I only need 6 to end the rest of the 2,300, assuming I don't get down there and I feel like an absolute wreck. But even then, let's say 7 hours. So even if in 5 hours I feel like going back, I can, and I'll still beat the record with a 5-hour break. Am I going to do that? Possibly. Probably not. Because as I've said, well, what the hell is the point? I think maybe I'd benefit more from training days, like 1,500 every day, than going for this record and then taking a couple active recovery days. I don't know. But basically, I was going to do the record, but I was running out of storage. So I came upstairs to airdrop the videos from the phone to the computer. And I just went like, you know what, I don't really feel like going back down there. I don't fucking feel like it. So coming upstairs to airdrop the videos did destroy my momentum and will. Not that today it was at an all-time high. But yeah, it wasn't bad, you know. Maybe I'll still go down there and finish it. I guess that you'll see if I did or I didn't by how much time the video has left. But if I don't, I'm really not that upset. I did almost 1,700, if not 1,700, in 4 hours and 10 minutes. The last time I did 2,000, it took me like 5 hours and 45 minutes. So I still only had to do 300 more, and I still had 1 hour and 40 minutes compared to the other one. So those 300, they would have took me like an hour, maybe less. So I would have done them in, let's say, 5 hours and 10 minutes. Maybe I could even have done them under 5. That's still a 40-minute improvement from the last time I did 2,000, so it wasn't a bad training day. It isn't a bad day. The day was great. All-time record pace for me. And I didn't even fucking feel like it. And I still don't. If I go back downstairs, I don't feel like it. Honestly, I just want to eat and see the new episode that came out of a TV show I'm seeing. That's it. So it also, I don't know, I was thinking about this when I was showering. This isn't even hard. I just don't want to do it right now. I don't fucking feel like it today. I mean, and I was thinking in the shower, was Goggins even really trying? Or was this pull-up something that he just wanted to do on the side? Because I don't believe he was actually trying. There's no chance David Goggins is actually trying at that pull-up world record, knowing that I could smash it so easily today. I could make it a fucking running joke. So yeah. Who knows, maybe I'll still beat it today, maybe I won't. Honestly, if I don't beat it today, I'll beat it in a couple days. I'll take a few more not rest days, active recovery days, and then I'll go for it again. And by then I'll be just so fucking pissed, let me just get this shit out of the way and I'll just fucking beat it. So, yeah, the day wasn't disappointing so far. It was good. I'm just not in the best of moods. Not to mention that today I'm the leanest I've ever been in like the last year. And I only ate like 800 calories. And this was me with 800 calories in me. So this is me at 30%, literally. Goggins does that thing, the rule of 40%. Most people only try 40%. Well, I'm not even at 40% right now. I'm like at 25, 30. And I just made a joke out of his record, at least part of it. So, that doesn't mean that Goggins was shit or is shit. That just means that he clearly wasn't trying hard enough, and he probably wasn't, because he beat it in 2013. In 2013 it was like 37, and I think then it was still in the SEAL teams. So he had a full-time fucking job, plus he ran ultramarathons, so there's no way he was actually trying to be the best of all time. But yeah, this is basically, it's not a shot at Goggins, it's a shot at all of you that think that his record is just so fucking damn impressive. It really isn't. I've not even been doing this for a damn year, and I could have literally made a joke out of his record today, and maybe I still will if I come back downstairs, because what will this say? So I train for 4 hours, come back upstairs, have a shower, watch a TV show, eat some food, do some fucking work just to say I didn't do shit all day besides do pull-ups, and come back downstairs and beat his record. That will still, I'd argue that will make it look worse than if I just done it all at once. So yeah, if there's more video to this, then you know I beat the record. If there is no more video to this, then my friend, that means that I just fucking didn't feel like it, and I'll just do it another day. Kind of not really mental tough on my hand, but who cares? I know I can beat the record. So what am I gonna beat it for? For this YouTube channel that people don't even fucking see? I'll beat it someday. I'll beat the real record someday, the 12,000 one. So what's the fucking point of rushing things now, knowing I damn well can do them? Easy peasy. So yeah, I'll see you whenever I see you. Maybe I'll see you in a couple of hours. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow for I believe it's day 344, and I hope you have a nice day. Right, so I did end up going back to the garage, but what befell was even worse than if I had not gone back. So I was just chilling. I'm recording this on the day after this day. I was just chilling here on my desk yesterday, and I realized, fuck, I forgot to do the dips. I also do dips every day, for those of you who do not know. So I was like, well, I forgot to do the dips. Now I gotta go down there again and do them. I just did 10. I know, it's nothing, but still I have to do them every day. So I just thought to myself, well, since I have to go back there, why not do the other 2,308 that I had left to reach the 4,030? And I just kind of looked around and went, well, since I'm going back there, why not do the 2,308? It's just 2,308. Doing 2,000 is easy for me. I did, just before this, 1,722, and I didn't even fucking feel like it. I don't know why. The day was just not going my way right here or in my body. So I go down there and I start doing the pull-ups. Now, I did not tell you this in the other update because I thought it was irrelevant. But the reason why I came back at 1,722 pull-ups was one, because I fucking didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing pull-ups. I've already done 1,700. You know what? I'll just chalk this up to a very good training day, which it was. I was very fast. You'll see it in a second. So yeah, let me just wrap this up. But another thing that made me wrap this up was me feeling a little discomfort in my left shoulder. Yeah, my fucking left shoulder again. And I was just like, you know what? My shoulder is kind of feeling funny. I did 1,722 in the fastest pace I've ever held. I really did not feel like it today. I think this was a good day. Look, I wanted to beat the David Goggins pull-up world record of 4,030 in 17 hours and 16 minutes. Yeah, I didn't. But I did fucking great. I did better than that version of David Goggins could have done in the 1,722. And I would have done the 4,030 in under 12 hours. You'll see in a second proof of that. If I had just kept going, but I didn't fucking feel like it. So anyways, I come back downstairs, I start doing the pull-ups, and that same thing on my shoulder starts popping back up, and I go like, oh fuck. Okay, so I just keep going, and it starts getting a little worse, and I keep going, and in my last set that I recorded, you can see I do a little pause. I believe it's at rep 2. Because my shoulder feels like it's gonna fucking blow up. So I just end up doing the set and I go, yeah, this is a wrap. If I keep going, I'm gonna get injured. Now, I couldn't keep going. I was gonna do the 4,030. And to God, if my shoulder wasn't feeling like it was gonna fucking blow up, I would have done the 4,030 in under 12 hours. Hand to God. But I couldn't because it would be stupid. I would have just fucking injured myself. So I decided to stop and come back upstairs after 343 pull-ups. If you're curious as to how many I did 2,065 in 5 hours and 1 minute. So I did half of what I needed to do, a bit more than half, in 5 hours and 1 minute. That means that I had 6 hours and 59 minutes to do less than 2,000, a little less than 2,000, and beat the Goggins world record. I don't think you need to be a genius to understand that I was gonna get it done in under 12 hours. It was very easy. My pace was being held completely fine. It was just the shoulder. The shoulder let me down. I am very disappointed in my shoulder. Now I'm speaking of my shoulder as I'm not responsible for him, because apparently I am not. I do strengthening and conditioning of my shoulder every day. I massage my shoulder every day. I do not understand why it failed me yesterday. And I'm very upset about that. Because I knew I could do it. Obviously, even though the day wasn't going my way, I did not feel like it. I was gonna do it. But then he didn't allow me to. Because if I just kept going, then I'd probably be injured for a very long time. At least a couple weeks. And that's upsetting. It's upsetting because now I'm going to take a couple more active recovery days. And for the next couple days until I go for the record again, I'm gonna have this plaguing on my mind. The idea that I could have already been done with this if my shoulder had cooperated, because beating this record isn't this big thing for me. The reason why I didn't fucking feel like beating the David Goggins pull-up world record, everyone who goes for the David Goggins pull-up record, they're excited. This is a good thing. I'm gonna beat the record that Goggins beat. But that's not it for me. I know I'm gonna beat it. It's glaringly obvious. I did 2,065 in 5 hours and 1 minute. David Goggins took 17 hours and 16 minutes to do 4,030. So I literally had over 10 hours to do the other 2,000. So I was going to do it. It was easy. I knew I was going to do it. So that kind of took the fun out of it. Turns out I did not end up doing it because my shoulder did not cooperate. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I didn't do it yesterday. I'm going to do it some other day. And guess what? I'll even be faster than I would be this time because this was another very good training day. I don't know if you remember, but the last time I did 2,000, which was my first time doing 2,000 pull-ups, I did them in 5 hours and 45 minutes, 5 hours and 50 minutes, around that. This time I did 2,065 in just 5 hours and 1 minute. So I shaved off almost an hour on these 2,000 pull-ups. From one attempt to the other, I became 1 hour faster. So that is pretty damn impressive. So yeah, when I beat the record, I'm going to do it in another 12 hours. Chill, easy. Maybe next time I will try to not be as quick as I was, because maybe the pace I was holding, since it was the fastest one I've ever held, maybe it had something to do with the fact that my shoulders started to feel funny. I don't know. That might be it. Maybe it was just the fact that today wasn't my day. Not today, yesterday wasn't my day. As I've been saying from the very beginning, I did not feel like it. I basically forced myself to do it because, well, I said I was going to do it, so why not do it? It's not like it's hard. And it wasn't hard. I was going to do it, even though I didn't fucking feel like it, even though I barely ate anything all day, even though I felt like crap. I was going to do it. As you can see, when I went back to the garage, everything was still set up. The orange thing for me to charge my phone, because there's no chargers close to where I leave my phone to record, and my charger isn't big enough, so I have to use the extension. Everything was still set up because part of me knew I am probably still gonna come back down here and do the rest, so who cares? Let me just leave this here and not pack it up and not leave the garage tidy. So yeah. Now I'm upset because I could have already been done with this bother of record and move on to better things, but no, I'm still stuck with it, which is, I cannot let this ruin my days over the next couple days, because I have things to do and I need to lock in even harder than I am locked in. I need to do more, I need to do better, and yeah. Anyways, it was kind of disappointing knowing that you could have, but you didn't, only if my shoulder had cooperated. But it is what it is. Look, I just gotta keep working on my shoulder and make sure that he stops failing me as often as he does. So yeah, this is it for today. I expect a couple active recovery days over the last couple days, and I'm gonna try to go for the record again before day 350, just so I have 15 days after that until day 365 to kind of do as I please. Yeah, pretty disappointing, but yeah, this is it for today. I hope you have a nice day. I just want to be done with this doomed day 343. It was the best day of the challenge so far. I was the fastest, I was the strongest, I did the most in the least amount of time. Yet it was also one of the worst days in the challenge, because it could have been that much better if only my shoulder hadn't failed me. So my feelings about today are antagonists. They're two completely different sides of the spectrum, because I both loved this day and I hated this day. So yeah, very mixed feelings about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.